Become the mission, born here or born afar. If you love this land, don't have faith in politicians, then here you are. Stand up, speak free, this is your...
Good evening. Tonight we like to offer something rare in Britain's criminal justice system: praise. Yes, praise. Hadush Gerber Selassie Kabatu, an Ethiopian asylum seeker whose arrest in July sparked angry protests outside the Epping Bell Hotel, was today convicted on all charges, found guilty on all charges of sexual assault on a minor and sexual assault on a female. He allegedly told the 14-year-old she'd make a good wife. He was only flirting with her, we can suspect, as one wag on social media commented at 14 she was probably miles too old for him to consider her a real wife material. So commendation, a heartfelt well done to our heroic police force who, when faced with allegations of a man sexually assaulting women and children, bravely resisted the urge to arrest the victims for being too provocative. That's right, not one teenage girl was handcuffed for having a face, not one woman was charged with possessing a tongue in the vicinity of a vulnerable man. It was a stunning show of modern restraint by our much-loved, un-Stasi-like police force. We all know how risky it is to report crimes these days, especially if the perpetrator ticks certain political boxes. Had any of these girls posted on social media that they'd been attacked by an asylum seeker, well, instant hate crime investigation, possibly even a dawn raid by armed police, if there are any left after dealing with comedy writers who have spouted hurty words in the last, 6 months? Because, as we all know, the real threat isn't sexual assault, it's hurty feelings on Twitter. It's easy to guess that the officers involved have been temporarily suspended from the Pride dancing float for their troubling decision to actually investigate a crime. You can imagine a senior source saying, and I quote, "We expect our officers to wear glitter, not gather evidence." Quite right. And let's not forget the judge. District Judge Christopher Williams said Kabatu created a version of events he'd only decided upon when he took to the witness stand. What a judge! A judge that believes in justice and common sense. A brave little outlier who had the audacity to base his ruling on the facts in front of him. No DEI training, no, what would a guardian think hesitation, just evidence. I wouldn't be surprised if the Judicial Conduct Panel is already investigating. With any luck, he'll be back on track in no time, sentencing pensioners for misgendering squirrels. And so, in the spirit of British justice, we extend our deepest thanks to the officers who didn't criminalise the victims, to the judge who momentarily forgot the rules of engagement and possibly 2 tiers probable memo, and to the public for not rioting when the system briefly worked. Because at this rate, if we're not careful, justice might actually catch on. And we wouldn't want that, now would we? Starmer and co. So let's see what sentence is given to him on the 23rd of September, shall we? Obviously, being a sexual crime, he's bound to get more than 31 months that was given to Lucy Connolly. We all know this, don't we? No, we don't, do we? He'll probably get a slap on the wrist and told not to do it again. They've already said that he's a previous good character. How they know that about an undocumented person? They've made inquiries with other countries that he may have passed through. He says he was a teacher. Well, let's hope somewhere there's not a mentally scarred class of girls that he taught, presumably biology. But how they can say he's a previous good character, well, I just don't know. But I would imagine that all sex offenders are of previous good character up to the point where they commit the offence. The world really has gone mad. But at least he's been found guilty. And like I say, commendations all round. Until the sentencing at least.
Become the voice, become the mission, born here or born afar. If you love